What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm me, Matt, and I hope you're all doing great. The EPL is back, Chelsea football is back, and we are all excited to see Chelsea play again. We're all excited to see the first EPL game under Graham Potter. What is he going to do? How is he going to tackle it? We're excited to see it, and we hope it starts with a win. We hope his Chelsea Premier League career starts with a win. His Chelsea career as a whole started with a draw. We want his Premier League career to start with a win. So yeah, before I start, kindly subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. If you watch this video to the end and you like it, give the video a like, and give the video a thumbs up. Click on the notification bell if you want to receive notification whenever I upload a video. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So Chelsea will play against Crystal Palace at Selhurt Park at 2 p.m. I think it's a 2 p.m. kickoff here. Probably in England it's going to be a 1 p.m. Kickoff because of the daylight savings time. And yeah, it's always a tough one when we play Crystal Palace. It's always a tough one when we play Crystal Palace. We don't really have an easy time there, especially in recent. Our last two meetings we won. I think we won 2-0 in the FA Cup, and then we won 1-0 the last time we met in the Premier League. So I saw Selhurst Park, and I remember those two games. They were very, very tough games until the end, and we came up with a win somehow. We've always won against them, but it's always not been easy. That's the thing. It's always not been easy. But when we get scoring, immediately we score the first goal, then it just breaks down their defense. Especially when Patrick Vieira came there. Patrick Vieira has really solidified their defense and improved the attacking prowess. And I think Wilfred Zaha is playing some of his best football under Patrick Vieira. And I just hope he doesn't turn up against us. He usually doesn't turn up against us. He's always one of the dangerous players to watch. He doesn't turn up against us. Our defenders do very, very well whenever we meet. In taking him out of the game whenever we meet Palace, and I'm hoping that it continues. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Fofana, they are more than capable of taking him out of the game. I hope they do that, and it's going to be a tough one. This is Graham Potter's first game in the Premier League for Chelsea, and it's going to be a London derby. Fortunately or unfortunately for him, I'm saying unfortunately for him because it's a tough game to. It's a big game. It's a London derby. It's definitely a big game. Probably not as big as facing City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, those kind of teams. But it's still a big game because it's still a derby, and derbies are played differently. They are played differently. Even if they have the poorest of forms, when it comes to derby, they give it their all. It's like their Champions League. It's like our Champions League as well. We give it our all. And that's what they also do when we play against Fulham, we play against West Ham, we play against Crystal Palace, Spurs, Arsenal. It's still the same. It's still the same feeling. It's always a tough game. Even no matter the form of the opponent, it's still a tough game. So it's still a tough game to start with. But I hope he gets the win. I hope he's able to play his cards well and then get the win. Today he had his press conference. He had his press conference today, and he was asked about, usually that's how it starts. It asked about the players that are available, and he said, I saw recently that Kante trained, and he said that Kante and Mendy are still in the rehabilitation phase, so they are not ready yet to recover recover early and play against Crystal Palace in the next game or tomorrow, because it seems very, very soon. I think it's a bit soon for them. They've not really played competitively in any game. They've only been training. They've only been training with the squad, and I think it hasn't been full training. I saw pictures of Kante training, and I was happy about that. And I hope we get to see him soon, probably in the game after the Crystal Palace game. But for now, they are going to be out of the squad, so that means we might start with Kepa in defense, and in the midfield probably Jorginho and Kovacic as well. He also mentioned that Cucurella and Kani Chukwuemeka are ill, and with illness you can't really write them off, because I remember Drogba was ill with malaria, and on the same day he came to play he came to play for us. I think it was a Champions League match final, something like that. So with illness you can't really take your player out because of illness, or you can't really say that a player won't play or won't feature, because of illness he can recover, and depending on what illness it is, he can still come in and play. If it's like a minor cold or something, he might play. Maybe if it's a stomach infection or maybe something more serious, and that is where that is when they have to stay at home. But until the final lineup come out, or until we get to see the people who actually travel to Selhurt Park, so we will be able to know who went or who didn't go. And if Kani and Cucurella don't go, it means that they're out of the game. But for now, they're just ill. He said they are ill. He didn't rule them out. As for Mendy and Kante, he has ruled them out, but he didn't rule Cucurella and Kani out just yet because they are ill. So like I said, they can recover and just play. So because of that, we probably see Chilwell feature if Cucurella isn't fit quick enough. We might see Chilwell feature, but the thing is that when we played against Salzburg, he didn't really put Cucurella on the left wing back row. He put Cucurella as a left centre back and benched Koulibaly, probably because he's new. He wanted to go with people that he knew or what he knew, and he was more comfortable putting Cucurella in left centre back. I don't know whether Koulibaly picked up a knock or something. I can't really confirm that. I don't remember seeing anything like that, but he played him at that role. And before Fofana came, I would have preferred seeing him at that role. But with Fofana in the team, I would prefer seeing Fofana, Thiago Silva, and Koulibaly in defense at all times. As long as they are all fit, play them. So putting Cucurella there, he might be able to rotate with Koulibaly. I don't think it's the right or it's the best thing to do. But like I said before, Fofana, I would be all for it. I was even calling for it. I was even calling for that to happen, but it didn't really happen until Graham Potter came and then changed that system. So, but it's just one game, so we can't really base off the Salzburg game and say that's how he's going to play all the time because he put Raheem Sterling on as the left wing back and put James as the right wing back, and so it's different. It's different. It's not where we expect Sterling to be playing, but it looked very solid. It looked very very solid there. He wasn't defending. He wasn't tracking back that much, but was moving forward. It became like a makeshift three attack when we were going forward. It became like something like that because he joined in the attack, and that's how he got his goal too. He was there. He arrived in the box very very quick and on time, and was able to score his goal against Salzburg. So it might probably work, but I don't want to really see Sterling on the wings. If even is on the wings, he should be in a more attacking role. But as a left wing back, he has to track back and go and come and go and come. Sterling can do that, but I don't think that's probably the best. I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen like that. Another thing too that came up in the press conference was his record against Palace. His record against Palace hasn't been great. It hasn't been great at all. He hasn't won against Palace in his managerial career when he was at Brighton. And that's Brighton. Like he said, he wants to put that record away. He wants to break that record. So once that's at Brighton, that's a different set of players, different system. Probably he's going to bring a similar system to Chelsea, but he has a different set of players, different set of mentalities, different sets of everything. So and with Chelsea and Crystal Palace, it's a whole different ball game, whole different motivation, like I said, than Brighton and Palace. So I think this is time that he broke that record, he broke that thing that he has with Palace. I don't know what it is, but he hasn't won against Palace. And Palace hasn't lost against Chelsea since 2018. We've played like 10 times and we have won all. We've not even drawn any since 2018. So it's a weird one. Chelsea hasn't lost to Palace in 2018, and Potter hasn't won against Palace in his managerial career at Brighton. So mesh that together and let's take the good one and win against Palace. So he gets his first win against Palace, and we continue our streak against Palace. So I'm just hoping we win. The last time we met Palace was in um the FA Cup, semi-final. We played them in the FA Cup semi-final. I think we beat them 2-0, and I think the goals were from Ruben Loftus-Cheek and then was it Mason Mount? Mason Mount, I think. So yeah, and we got to the finals, and I know none of us want to reminded of that final that went to penalties, and then the same thing happened. I don't want to remember that final. Simple as that. But we played against Palace in the semi-final. I think last season too we played them in the Premier League, home and away. I think the last time we met them was away in the Premier League, and we beat them. by 1 goal to 0. It was a very, very difficult game to watch because they were solid, very, very solid at the back, and we were able to break it and break the defense, and we scored. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So my preferred lineup and formation, my formation, I would have preferred that he went with the um a 3-4-3 formation. But I'm pretty sure he might go with the formation that he played that he used against Salzburg, which is a 3-5-2 formation. So let's go with that. But in goal, I'm pretty sure Kepa is going to start because Mendy. Kepa is the one going to start. Kepa is the one available. So Mendy is still injured. I don't know what that injury is still. I think the knock he picked up against West Ham, I don't really think that was a serious knock, but for some reason he's still out injured. Um, um, so he's not going to play. So Kepa is going to play, and then the back three in front of Kepa is a no-brainer. Koulibaly, Fofana, Thiago Silva, simple as that. And then the midfield is where it's going to be a little bit hectic. I think Jorginho and Kovacic are starting. They are fit. The two of them, when they are fit, they start. So Jorginho Kovacic starts. And then is it going to be Mount? I think Mount is going to be playing. He did pretty well in the international break. And one good thing about international break is that they all came back injury free, which is a very, very good thing. I'm very, very grateful for that fact that they came back injury free. That's my worry when it comes to international break, that they go out and they get injuries and they bring it back to the club and they are not able to perform. And then maybe the momentum that they had before they went just dies off. But now they did very well. Havertz did very, very well. Sterling, Mount, James, they did very, very well on international break. So I'm just hoping that they bring it back into the squad. So Jorginho, Kovacic, and then Mount in midfield. I want to see Gallagher play in some points, so probably changes Jorginho, comes off, comes to replace Jorginho, comes to replace Kovacic, because he's playing against his former, the team that he went to when he was on loan. So, and he did very, very well for them. He was their best player. I think he won their best player of the year too as well. So he's definitely going to be he's going to, I don't know what reception he's going to receive, but I'm guessing it's going to be a positive one because of how well he did last season. And yeah, I would like to see him play at some point in the game, but this I prefer Kovacic, Jorginho, and Mount start, and then in on the wings, Chilwell, and then James. He used, like I said previously, he used Raheem as left wing back against Salzburg, and for me, I prefer that he uses Chilwell instead, and then put Reece James on the right wing back that offers more attack or offers more threat on the wing. Their crossing ability is far better than Sterling's. So I just hope Chilwell and James plays on the wing. Even though Sterling gave some really good crosses against Salzburg, very, very good crosses, but no one there to head them. As usual, as Chelsea, we always put in good crosses. No one there. But now we have Aubameyang. I hope he changes that. He's also recovering little by little from his injury, but he's also fit to play. Potter didn't really say anything about about him being injured or something, but so it means he's going to play. So in attack, I would want to see Sterling and Aubameyang play in attack. So it's a 3-5-2. So two strikers with Aubameyang being the main striker and Sterling being the supporting striker on the left and Aubameyang on the right. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I hope we get a win. I'm going to predict 2-0 against Crystal Palace. I hope we get it. I'm going to predict Aubameyang scoring 1 goal. I don't know whether it's going to be a first goal, second goal, and then Havertz also scoring. So, and with the Mount assist, hopefully, because I really want them to bring that form that they had in the international break into the Premier League, because we've not really seen Havertz and Mount take off just yet, and they ended the last season very, very well. Mount was the top scorer, Havertz was the second top scorer. I think Havertz was the second top scorer, Lukaku was third, and then this season we've not seen them at all. So I'm hoping that they come to play against Crystal Palace at Selhurt Park, and then we get a win and we get the 3 points. Currently, Chelsea is sitting at 7th place, and Crystal Palace is sitting at 16th place. And we need to climb that ladder. We need to climb the table ASAP. We need to climb the table ASAP. Where we are is not good at all. We need to be in top four at least. So yeah. So that's it for my preview of the Chelsea and the Crystal Palace game, and I hope we win the game. So what do you think? What are your thoughts about the game? Let me know your views down in the comments. Let me know your predictions down in the comments. And if you watch it to this, if you watched it this far and you enjoy what you've seen, or you like my video, give this video a thumbs up. Click the notification bell if you are interested in seeing or getting notifications when I release a video. So thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.